walking to the gym. Hey Kyle, say hi.
Hey.
He's a little awkward. Today, I'm just gonna walk us through what it's like to get in the gym with your plan, fuck shit up, and leave. All right, let's do this. Going to the gym. Thank you. About to go into the locker room. I don't know if this is appropriate, so I'm gonna say goodbye for a sec. So when I first walk into the gym, I'm gonna assess how crowded it is, what's going on. I'm doing bench press and chin-ups first. So I'm just gonna go over, see who's benching, what's going on. Okay, so I need that rack. So I'm gonna basically just ask this guy how many sets he has left. If someone's on your rack, just scope it out, then politely ask. So he said he has 1 set left, so I'm just gonna start warming up while he's finishing. So I've got my barbell and everything set up. I had to move a bench from the free weight area into here, into this rack. I'm doing this thing called inertia squats where the barbells, inertia bench press, where the barbell starts at the bottom position. And I have to set up the pins so that I can actually rest in the bottom. So I'm not just resting the bottom of my chest, it's actually off my chest and I'm resting. So I had to do a weird setup, just own it. So now I'm gonna do some warm-up sets. And so basically I'm just warming up to my working weight and then I'll get started. So I'm supersetting these inertia bench press with chin-ups. So I'm gonna leave my stuff here. I'm just gonna kind of leave, I mean, it looks like I'm obviously still working here. I'm just gonna leave my water bottle over here. I'm gonna walk over to where I'm gonna do the chin-ups. And then I'll be back. So I'm working back and forth between 2 movements. The only challenge with that is that sometimes people will try to hop in on your equipment and it's okay, like you can share, right? But you wanna make sure that doesn't mess up with your flow. So it's always a fine balance of sharing, getting your work done, but I'm gonna do some chin-ups here in about a minute. Let's do it. So just completed a set of chin-ups. Now I'm back to the bench press. All right, so done with part A of my workout. That was the bench press and the chin-ups. So I'm gonna clean everything up, all this stuff here, and then move on to my second 2 exercises. So next thing we're doing is single arm seated row. So this is a machine exercise with a single arm dumbbell press. So machine exercises are ones that definitely you have to be careful of other people kind of hopping in, which is again, fine, sure. But it's cool because I can bring my dumbbell over here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this set up here. I'm gonna grab my dumbbell and then I'll do these 2 exercises together. Alright, so part B is done. Just finished up the single arm seated row as well as the single arm press. Part C is just going to be 1 exercise, some just healthy shoulder type work, doing some external rotations with the cables. Cables are awesome, so let's do that. I love unilateral stuff, so B and C are both unilateral movements where I'm working one side at a time. I love that kind of work because 1, it's really good for evening out any imbalances you have between your sides. So if your right shoulder is stronger than your left, it's a good way. You're going to use the same weight, obviously, and hit the same number of reps. So it's a good way to even out imbalances. And it's also a good way to do some core work because whenever you're doing a unilateral exercise, you're having to engage your core in order to prevent rotation of the torso. So you'll notice that when I do the single arm rows especially, the way I have my feet staggered, and I'm really engaging the core the whole time so that I'm not rotating, but rather using that core to stabilize and just basically use the one arm to do the work. Let's do it. So after part C, that's a wrap. I'm gonna go back in the locker room, get my stuff, and get on with my day. Stay tuned if you guys liked this video, if you liked just kind of getting some inside scoop on what it's like to go to the gym. I think that's the first step in just getting there yourself, is just kind of being comfortable, and it's like an unknown thing. So I guess my goal with this is just to make it less of an unknown place. Let's get strong, let's get fit, let's win the day.